rehab, you start communicating about many things, though deep down things. When we're kids, we're victims, straight up. We're very vulnerable. We don't have to be victims. I mean, kids have great lives, and you're an amazing parent. You know what I mean? Your kids are like, know they're loved and stuff like that. At the same time, you don't know what happens to them at school. Maybe that one kid, like if I ask everybody right now, think of that guy, that bully in school. Everybody has a face. Somebody said something. Maybe sometimes you do say something to your kids and they take it to heart and they'll hold on to that. You don't mean to, but when we're just sponges when we're kids. And, so things that, it's not that you go into rehab blaming everybody else, but you open up about things that somebody has said to you. And it's hurt. And all of a sudden it turned into a belief of your own. And somewhere along the line you started believing that about yourself. And now you're coping with this false belief or this false fear. So the idea is to open-mindedness and willingness to just start talking. What they do usually is they suggest telling your life story to a bunch of the other guys in the room, which at that time, are very close, but they're still strangers. Like, they're not people that you've known for a very long time.
Right.
And you're telling... it's best to go all in. This is what's happened to me throughout my life. These are things, and these are things of how I've coped, and this is what I'm dealing with, and these are my beliefs about it. And it's powerful. And a lot of the times those stories end in tears, the whole room's crying, and then it's the next guy's turn,
Yeah.
Things like that. It's exhausting, but this is the work. For people to just say... just sober up or like recovery. And I don't want to just make it all about addictions and because it's life. When you wake up and you need to get to the gym and you don't know why, or you're waking up and you're eating those things that you just don't, as you're putting it in your mouth, you're just like, this is killing me. Like, why am I doing this? And you don't know why. It's because you need to dig deep. It's not about the food. It's not about the gym. It's about how you're coping. And you need to dig deep, and you need to find support for people to talk about that with.
And I think that's exactly the answer, and that's kind of what has got us here. Is the fact that without that support, we probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. We probably wouldn't be married or have a relationship. Maybe our paths would never have crossed otherwise, had you not gone in the direction that you went in and got help and asked for help and sat there through all that tough stuff, got real with yourself. I mean, I can only imagine what some of those conversations must have looked like with your family members, your friends, all your relationships at that time. That's work. And
that's a whole other part of it is to stand up and say, listen, this is what I'm trying to do in my life, and these are my boundaries now. And that's one of the toughest part because everybody looks at you like you're nuts.
Yeah.
Like, who's this guy? But on the flip side, everybody used to look at me like I was nuts when I was drinking because I was nuts. I was out of my mind. But now they're looking at you like, I don't know how to take this guy, right? Because you're the one changing. Nobody else is changing.